Now I want to add a gradient adjustment layer. If I go here, you'll notice that there isn't an option to do that here. There is one called a gradient map, which could do the same thing, but remember you can also add adjustment layers from down here at the bottom of the layers palette. It's the little circle that's half black, half white. So if I click on that, here is a gradient adjustment layer. Let me show you how this works. So first of all, I want it to go dark from the top to lighter at the bottom, and so I'm going to just swing this around to about -90. Then I want to change the gradient here, and so I'm going to click right on the gradient itself, and that brings up the gradient editor. Let me tell you how this works. This is the gradient that will be applied from dark to white. On the top are transparency stops. So for example, if I click on this one, I could come down to opacity and lower the opacity like that. You can add opacity stops just by clicking anywhere in between. So I'll move the opacity down like so, and then you have these little diamonds in the middle that let you adjust. So you can click on these and move them around. You can also delete them just by dragging them away from the gradient. On the bottom are color stops. So here I have a black color stop, and I'm really looking for blue. So I'm going to come down here to the color picker, get a color of blue. I think I'll take it just a little darker, kind of a mid-tone grayish blue like so. I can add other color stops if I wanted. So if I wanted to move to a purplish color, I could do that, and then again I can control where the midpoint is between those two color stops. I can also just drag it off if I don't want one there. So once I click on a color stop, then I can pull this over a little further. I think on this side I would like to have blue, but also have it be kind of a lighter color of blue. I'm going to pull the opacity up on that one. Now we have our gradient. Okay, so I'll click OK and click OK. I've covered up my people. So what I want to do with this adjustment layer is blend it with one of these blending modes. So I am going to go through and just take a look at each one, see which ones feel like what I want to do. I think I will go with multiply, and I may pull the opacity down just a bit like so.